Welcome back. David Price takes the mound tonight for the Rays in Baltimore, and he looks to build on that strong 7 innings that he pitched Monday against the Angels. Maybe he can just throw a little good karma over to Jeremy Hellickson, because Hellickson had a rough game last night up in Baltimore. The big blast was this grand slam from maybe the all-time Rays killer, Nick Markakis. It was 5-0 after just 2 innings, and the bats did nothing to help. They were no-hit for 6 innings by Jake Arrieta, managed just 3 hits in the 7-zip shutout. We hope to get Matt Joyce back in the lineup after he missed Friday with shoulder soreness. Former Ray Mitch Talbot had a tough day up at Yankee Stadium for the Indians. Alex Rodriguez hits his 13th homer of the year in the 4th inning, and that was just the beginning of it for the Yankees. Then Curtis Granderson belts his 20th. That is his league-leading 20th. For Granderson, he leads the league. Are you kidding me? 3-zip at that point. Then Talbot going to show a little frustration. Next pitch just plunks A-Rod right in the hip. He gets tossed, and the Yankees shut out the Indians 4-0. Yankees and Rays chasing the red-hot Red Sox. Pounded Toronto starter Brandon Morrow this afternoon. Adrian Gonzalez, RBI double in the 3rd, and he has to be your early American League MVP leader, no doubt. Then in the 5th, the Sox just unload. Jason Varitek with the 3-run blast to right for the captain. The floodgates starting to open. He can still hobble around the bases. Later in the 5th, David Ortiz belts another 3-run homer, and the Red Sox just hammer the Jays. 16-4 is your final. Florida State baseball looking for a 3rd trip to the College World Series in the past 4 years. Tough challenge, though, up in Tallahassee against Big 12 champs Texas A&M, who rolled up into Tallahassee to start their Super Regional. Not exactly how you draw up the start either for the Seminoles. Check out Matt Yangle going deep in the 1st for Texas A&M. That's his 7th of the year, and it's quickly 1-0 for the visitors. But the Noles would get one right back in the bottom of the 1st. Mike McGee, just Mr. Everything for Florida State. He plays outfield, he pitches, he's all over the place. Gets the sacrifice fly. This game right now, 3-2, Texas A&M just regained the lead. In Gainesville, Florida just 1 win away from Omaha against Mississippi State. It looked good after 8 innings. Tyler Thompson with the big hit breaks the 2-2 tie with this triple, but in the 9th inning, the Bulldogs, they're the home team in this game, and it worked out well for them. Cleanup hitter Nick Vickerson belts a 2-run walk-off homer, and Mississippi State wins a stunner 4-3. The decisive Game 3 will be Sunday up in Gainesville. All right, the NFL lockout now 3 months and counting. Guys are just scattered all over the place, but we caught up with a few this afternoon in St. Petersburg. Oakland Raiders receiver Louis Murphy back home at Lakewood High School, the 4th annual football camp for the former Florida Gator star. Dozens of kids getting coaching from Louis and his buddies, including Buck Myron Lewis and Bucks' new draft pick, Ahmad Black. Louis knows the impact that his camp can have.
Get back to these kids, man, and so they can have someone to look up to. You know, not just they could put a face with the, with the name. You know, with playing football, you always have your helmet on, so you really don't get a chance to see, football players. So bringing them here to little St. Petersburg, man, and getting them to meet these kids, and if we could just change one kid's life, then we've done our job.
That's right, making a good impact. Tampa Bay Storm back home tonight at the Forum hosting Pittsburgh. Coming off another close loss, the Storm now sit at 4-7. That guy, defensive lineman Cliff Dukes, though, leads the league in sacks, so there are some good efforts to build on, but instability at quarterback has been an issue. Spirits are still high because these guys feel they're so close to turning it around.
We're on the verge of having something great here, but we don't know when it's going to kick in because we tend to do stuff that prohibits us from doing it.
Got to know that we got to put more time in than the average, coming in, everybody comes to practice, everybody works out, everybody watches film, but we just got to go the extra step just to cross that line so we can not be that close.
And as Tammy mentioned, U.S. Soccer faces Panama over in Tampa. Coming off a 2-0 win over Canada, the U.S. can lock up Group C with a win tonight. Plus, with Mexico losing 5 starters now to drug suspensions, the U.S. is now the clear favorite to win the Gold Cup, and they know how important a 5th title would be.
We know what it means to lift the Gold Cup, what it feels like to put everything together over the course of 5, 6, 7 games and be crowned champions. So it's a special feeling. It's hard as heck, but when you do it, it's gratifying.
Certainly there's a lot of pride on the line, a chance for us to win something. and now in this year's Gold Cup, the opportunity to then put yourself in a position to be able to play in the Confederations Cup in a few years in Brazil.
And finally, sports anchor Dave Worth. It's a tough job of playing golf today, but it was for a good cause, raising money for Eckerd Community Alternatives. They oversee adoptions and foster programs in Pinellas and Pasco County. Dave, thanks for drawing the short straw today. It's really rough. It had to be a little warm out there, though.
Yeah.